miss feeling to have this kind of the last session, but it's always very important because we have to say goodbye to move forward. So without wasting time, I'll just take the first one. Yeah, so by God's grace, I remain your host. My name is Francis Saboya, Professor of Economics at Koba University, and also the founding chair of DIaDeRC, the PECOS Institutions and Development Research Center in Nigeria, but having a number of imprints across different countries of Africa. So on that note, I want to say, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, I welcome you to this episode 4, the very last one for this 6th edition of the African Scholars Mentorship Network. Those of us joining today, we have had a very smooth sailing episode 1 with my collaborator from Canada. He will also join us today for the last episode. It was awesome. In case you missed that, please, the streaming was live on YouTube, so I encourage you to go through live on YouTube. And then I welcome you. So we started since on the 26th of October, and we've been streaming live on YouTube. So any session you mix, please, I seriously encourage you to go over it again. You'll be glad you did. So after that, so one, we went to episode 2 with these 2 young ladies giving us wonderful insight on how to leverage AI for credible research, which is what we are saying. It's emerging technology. We want to see how Africans can take advantage, so we don't say we are left behind. So the world is almost at the same time on that. So that episode gave us a very insightful talk on that. Let's go by it again and we'll be blessed. And last week, we went into the area of publications of impactful publishing, and our lead publication, Romanus and Solomon. Solomon's on transit, but they worked together and they gave us a very rich insight on that. So we wanted to go through again. And today, the final of the final, we're having a very wonderful, my respected, mentor. We hear his profile just now. He's in the house already. So we want to, after this welcome remark, I want to make it short. We'll take his profile and he will dive deep into it. I will have that a Q&A. And today is the program, the agenda we're running with for today. As we call remark again, our own opportunity. This is what we're working direct for those who are getting us new. What I hear on YouTube, on Zoom or on YouTube. So we have a general community. Currently, after this episode, we have close to 2,000 of ASMN members across the world, across Africa and beyond. And of course, there are a few of them again, I want to move forward. They join us as premium members. So I will give us a talk on that shortly afterwards. They have our direct team members, and we have advisory boards overseeing what we do, and they have them across the world, including the Nobel laureate of 2024, James Robinson, as part of the advisory board members for DIaDeRC. On that, we take a look at our framework for mentorship, which I want to emphasize again that we have done our best now to take you through these 4 weeks of boot camp. So what happens now is your choice to drive, because say the mentee will remain as a captain, while the mentors will be the co-pilot. So I have provided the platform. Let's see how we can leverage on that, and honesty and integrity becomes important, as well as frequent evaluation to track progress. All of this we have taken through that. Mentorship involves supervision, coaching, and all of that, and the pyramid to move from knowledge consumption to knowledge stimulation. Well, I think we took time on that on episode 1. So let's go through it again. Benefit of mentorship are so much. So I know, and how to choose a mentor. I've done all this. So just to refresh our mind, for this particular episode 6, we have seen a very wonderful change, both in the number of registered participants and also gender dimension. I think this is one of the highest I've had ever. And because of time zones, many don't join live, but they go to the YouTube recording afterwards. And they also look at the number of those joining for the first time. We're seeing serious increase. And also, one thing again important is that we're seeing those who have been with us from 1.0 till now, showing a consistent followership. And in terms of a country of those who registered, we have seen this is the highest ever from different countries, up to 34 countries from Africa and beyond. The ones in yellow are outside Africa, the ones in blue are the countries joining us for the first time. That also shows that we are making progress across Africa, which is also very, very encouraging. Okay, with that wasting time, I want to quickly now jump to the profile of the guest speaker right here with us, Dr. Eric Ogunleye. I mean, if you're ready, so let's take it quickly and then we invite him to. I mean, you have
Yes,
it.
good evening once again to everyone. And I'm here to read the profile of our esteemed facilitator in person of Dr. Eric Ogunleye. Dr. Eric Ogunleye is an economist and policy expert with diverse experience in academia, government, and development practice. He has served in leadership roles in the Nigerian government and has worked with international organizations on policy, research, capacity building, and partnership. So in 2024, the African Development Bank has appointed him as the director of the African Development Institute, where he oversees capacity development of AFDB members. With this short profile of our facilitator, we welcome him on board. Thank you.
If you can, please, you can clap, please clap, shout, then assumption. And so, sir, you have this space. Thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, Prof. And thank you also, Madam Aminat. I really appreciate those very kind words. Thank you and thank you very much. Now, for the sake of my bandwidth, if you don't mind, I want to switch off my camera so that I can have stable connection. But let me start before I do that to mention that I'm here in my personal capacity. Whatever I say should not in any way be associated with the African Development Institute or the African Development Bank Group. What I'm saying here are just my very personal opinion, and I'm here as a social service. That's what I see it, and a community service as well, towards humanity, towards younger ones, young professionals, mid-career professionals who really need this type of talk. Myself too, when I was growing in my career, I benefited a lot, from this kind of mentorship. So I know the importance. And so just to put that forward, so that we know that I'm not speaking as the director of the African Development Institute, but I'm speaking here just as an individual, as Eric. Okay, so
Yes, we can see your screen, sir.
okay. Okay. And can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, super. So I hope therefore that with my camera off, it should be a bit better for you to be able to hear me loud and clear, hopefully. First, let me start by thanking you very much, Professor Evans Osabohem, for this very, what I'll call a privilege to have this kind of interaction, especially with young people, young professional, not really, it's not very young people, young professionals, mid-career professionals, and even some of us who are also at the high level of professionalism. Mentorship is very important. Partnership, collaboration are absolutely important. So thank you so much for all the good things you're doing toward building the capacity of the next generation, because it is building, like they always say, a leader who cannot have a succession after he leaves office is really not worth being called a leader. So building the capacity of the next generation so that they can take over from us when we leave the scene is indeed a great virtue, and which I commend very much. And I say, well done, well done, well done.
Thank you, sir.
Now to the key things that that is often overlooked by people, and that is in their career development, people hardly talk about the issue of partnership, issue of collaboration, especially in their career. There are many people who tend to feel that success is about personal effort. It is what you do. Success is about your brilliance. Success is about working harder. And that is what everybody thinks. If you work harder than everybody else, you are more brilliant than everybody else, then you will definitely succeed. But is that the truth? Now, if you look at the title of the discussion, we say no one grows alone. I believe there's going to be, I thought we could make this very interactive, but by the way it is designed now, it may be challenging. So let me just run through and then we can have the opportunity to interact as we go on. Because the question I wanted to ask is, how many of us believe in this statement that no one grows alone? It is a fact of life. For example, when you were born, somebody took care of you. You were helpless, but somebody took care of you all the way until you grew and know how to take care of yourself. So definitely, therefore, your growth over time is not just a function of you alone. People supported you, people helped you when you were helpless until you grow old enough to also help others. So the truth, therefore, is that whatever talent you may have, whatever brilliance you may have, whatever personal effort you might make, it can only take you to a limited distance. And I want to repeat that. Whatever talent you may have, whatever skill you may have, however hard you had worked, can only take you to a limited distance. And the reason is because it is partnership, it is collaboration, it is meaningful in father. So it's important to really note that. And the most successful people too that you may admire today, whether you're looking at entrepreneurs like the Otedolas, the Aliko Dangotes, the Tony Elumelus, or you're looking at executives like Dr. Ume Adora of the Zenith Bank, for example, or you're looking at innovators or creators like Elon Musk and so on, they didn't rise alone. There were people who came to their aid, who supported them, who worked with them, who believed in them to get to where they are today. So most people, therefore, as it is, rise through strategic partnerships, and it's important partnerships, supportive mentors, collaborative teams, and also the network that elevated their skills, that amplified their impact. So the challenge I want to pose to all of us today is that the myth of lone genius, people tend to say, lone genius, I did it all alone, I'm all by myself. We want to know that the simple truth about that is nothing like that exists. Your career is a team sport. There have to be people who supported you one way or the other for you to get to where you're going. Now, when we're talking about this presentation, this is what I just want to, just for you to keep in mind what we'll be talking about very briefly. The fact that you cannot grow alone, the fact about partnership, the fact about collaboration, that it's a skill that you need to develop, and the career benefits of the collaborations that you need to undertake, and how you can build that partnership intentionally. And then there are a lot of mistakes people make when it comes to partnership and collaboration that we need to avoid. And then we'll just close with a few things that we need to do going forward. Okay, so the question is, we live in a professional world that values independence. In most cases, when you're applying for a job, you'll indicate that you can work independently. Is that not what you say in your CVs? That you can work independently. But remember, in addition to working independently, you also need other people to work with. So people therefore celebrate phrases like, I'm self-made, I did it all by myself, or I like to work alone. Yes, all of those may be good in a way, but think about your own career. Are you saying that someone never helped you? The truth is that at a point in time, someone opened a door for you. At a point in your career, somebody will have to recommend you. That's why at the end of your CVs, you put some names there of what you call referees. When you are applying for a job, those are the people that will be contacted with a view to knowing your personality, your work ethics, your career aspiration, the kind of person you are, your behavior, your character, and so on and so forth. Even think about it. Someone trained you. You didn't train yourself. From primary school to secondary to university, you were trained by someone. You also must have been guided by someone. You must have also believed, someone must have believed in you that made them to give you the opportunity when some opportunity comes up. So these are the things we need to bear in mind. And as you are listening to me, you can be searching your soul, searching yourself. You will notice that this point I'm making is really true. So your growth, therefore, is not a solo journey. It has people powered by others. So there are three reasons, therefore, why collaboration is essential for career success. And the first point is that collaboration expands your perspective. Now, there's always a limit to what you know. And like they often say, a wise person is one who knows the limit of what he knows. But the fact remains that it is only through collaboration that you can get to widen your horizon. It is true that you can see the world, as it were, that you can see the world from other people's perspectives, from other people's experiences. Partnerships also help you to see the blind spots and possibilities you will never have seen alone. So if you're driving, for example, there are always blind spots. How do you see those blind spots? It could be somebody else who assists you to notice them. You cannot notice them by yourself. That's why it's called blind spots. But if you have other people around you, they can notice it, they can call your attention to it, which will help you to really know what you need to do and improve on them. The second point is that collaboration accelerates your learning. When you work with other people, especially people who are skilled or who are more experienced than you are, you grow faster. But if you don't collaborate, you limit yourself to only what you know, it becomes challenging for you to grow. So to actually fast track your growth, you need to collaborate with others. And the third point about collaboration is that it increases your impact. Of course, as one person, you can be good, but as a team, you become unstoppable. And that unstoppability is what you want to push, not just being good alone. Good, you still need to go better. You need to go to get to your best. You need to be excellent in what you do. You need to be unstoppable, and you can only be when you are in a team. So the most valuable professionals today are not people who work alone. They are people who work well with other people. And so that's why it's absolutely important, therefore, that you think seriously about collaboration and partnership. Now, what are the types of partnerships that all of us as professionals need to develop? Well, there are 5 types of partnerships that shape a powerful career, that shape your professional development. And every successful person must intentionally build these relationships. It is by building these relationships that you can strengthen your network. It is true too that you can also grow as a professional or in your career. The first one is mentorship partnerships. Now, these are people who are ahead of you, who can guide you, who can correct you, who can challenge you, and who can also share word of wisdom that you haven't known before. So those are mentorship partnership, people who are above you. Identify one or two of them and allow them the opportunity to guide you, to correct you, to challenge you, and to share their words of wisdom with you. Some of them, it could be the experience they had passed through in life that would be that anchor, that stimulus that you need to be able to grow. Now, the second type of partnership is peer partnership. So remember, we have talked about people who are ahead of you. Now we're talking about people who are at your level, people who are at par with you. There are some people who tend to feel that, these colleagues, there's nothing I can learn from him, there's nothing I can learn from her. But remember, like we said at the beginning, these are people who have different perspectives. They have different educational background, they have different experiences in life, and there are things they have passed through that has shaped who they are today. So even though you may be at the same level, but they may have good knowledge of things that are much more than. And I give you an example. In the state in Nigeria, he had established some institutions and had run them, the non-governmental organizations, of course. And then he came to work in a certain setting where he took a much junior level, a more junior position. Now, you may be looking at that person, if you don't know his background, the experience he has had. You remember, in Nigeria, a commissioner can run small countries. So that's a very powerful person, a powerful role. So if that person is your peer, you may tend to think, oh, he's my peer, what does he know? But if you go closer to him, you can imagine how much words of wisdom, how much experience that you can gain from the person. And
Oh no. It's like this network. Oh no. Okay, it's like this network is. Hello guys, can you... Okay. I think it's we lost his sound, but it's still on call on the call.
yeah, no, I think I saw that it dropped. Can you see me?
Yes, you are there now. We have to share. You have to share a screen.
Okay, I'm doing
We
that
stop hearing
now.
you.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's coming up now. Yes, fantastic. Thanks so much, sir.
Okay.
Listen
Sorry.
to the say of the
Again, I know
commissioner.
my network is not very. Yes, yes. The story of the commissioner is that
Yes.
he's worked in places, but he came to take a role that is like a junior role. And I was saying that people who are his peers may tend to think that, oh, this is my mate, so what can I learn from him? But by the time you think about, you go closer and you get to know the wealth of experience he had based on what he had done in the past, you get to know that there are lots of things you can learn from him. And that secondly, the importance of peer partnership is the fact that you want to win together with your peers. You want to grow together with your peers. So supporting each other, learning together, and keeping each other accountable are some of the benefits of peer partnerships. And the third one is cross-functional partnerships. So here we're talking about partnership outside your direct role or department. Some people may say, oh, I'm an economist. What do I need to learn from a sociologist? What can I learn from a psychologist? What could I learn from a medical doctor? That is not the case. In every role, there are always things you can learn from people who are performing different functions. So don't limit yourself to people who are on the same job function as you do. Think about one interesting thing. I don't know, for some of us who at the PhD level, I remember those days when we were doing PhD and we're reading Varian, you know, this, I mean, on microeconomics. These were people who were engineers who decided to come to economics and just change it completely by applying their knowledge of engineering, you know, into mathematical economics. So if you meet such a person, for example, who is an engineer, you may have a challenge, you may have maybe a problem you're dealing with. He might just know how to apply his mathematical or physics or whatever other background to help you solve your problem. So it's important, therefore, to ensure that cross-functional partnerships is developed. And of course, true career growth comes from understanding different parts of an organization. If you stick only to your organization and you don't know what other parts of the institution is doing, you may be losing out big time. So it's important, therefore, to reach out to other cross-functional departments and units where you can also learn. And the fourth one is strategic partnership. So strategic partnerships in this case refer to connections that elevate your professional value. So here you're looking at industry experts, you're looking at external collaborators, you're looking at networks, you're looking at organizations that can help you unlock new opportunities. This is where social media network will come in. There are a number of people who got their jobs through LinkedIn. Some other people got their job through Facebook networking and other means. So it's important, therefore, to be savvy and also to be very sensitive and to be very intentional when it comes to social networking. But you need to also be mindful of the dangers that may come from there. So you have to be extremely careful and be sure that you limit such a relationship only to purely academic. And the fifth and the final one is contribution partnerships, which is the mentor-mentee kind of relationship. So the mentees, these are people you guide, people you mentor, people you support, teaching others, which strengthen your own leadership and your communication and empathy. Some people may feel that this person I'm mentoring, there's nothing I can learn from him. That is not true. The person may have some unique skills, some unique values that you learn in the process. So learning from other people is not a function of, as we have seen here, it doesn't depend on whether they are above you, they are below you, they are at your level, or they are outside your unit. Everybody are potential collaborators, they are potential partners, and it's important that we have that in mind as we go on in our career development. Now, let's move on to the next point I want to talk about, which is collaboration as a skill. Now, some people may tend to feel that collaboration is a personal trait. No, you see some people, they're very good at collaboration, they're very good at partnerships, they're very good at networking. And you may say, oh, maybe it's just a personal trait of that person. That is not true. Nobody is born with such a trait. It is a skill that we need to develop. So it's important, therefore, that we intentionally go out to develop these very important skills. And what are some of them? Collaboration. But that is not all about it. It's not just all about being social. It's not just being about being extrovert. No, it is a professional skill, a capacity that anyone can build. It is not peculiar to a particular person. So let's look at 4 pillars, therefore, of effective collaboration that can help all of us. The first point is communication. You need to communicate.
No. Oh, I think this Abidjan network is stopping us. I think it's still there. Oh my God. See, it's almost done, but yeah, Prof, you are sitting there, but what can yours now? So 1 minute, please. Is it the? I think it's network.
Colleagues, my apologies. I think it's from my end. My network is very, very weak.
Is the Abidjan network? Sorry.
I'm back.
Okay. All right, sir. You can reshare again and hello, sir. Now you're muted, sir. That's mute.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me now, sir. Thank you so much.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Can somebody indicate if you can hear me? Okay, all right. So I was saying
Yes.
that, okay, thank you. So I don't know where you heard me up to.
Talking about the last one about learning from even your juniors, and then it's a skill of not about being extrovert, but being able to connect skillfully. That's
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I think on this is
Okay,
4 pillars.
super.
Yeah.
Okay, super. So that's where I am. So we're talking about the fact that some people tend to think that networking. Okay, great. So I was saying that some people tend to feel that partnership, collaboration, networking is a personal trait. Some people are born with it. It's innate. So we're saying that is not correct. We shouldn't have that notion at all, because collaboration, partnership, networking are skills that all of us can develop. We just need to focus on it. And that to do that, there are 4 pillars we need to look at. The first one is communication. That it's important that we clearly communicate. When you communicate clearly, you prevent confusion. So if you're meeting somebody, for example, and you want to network, you can be specific and let the person know, please, I'm approaching you because I just want us to collaborate, to partner on a specific project. So don't mince word. Be very specific in terms of what you want. Make it an elevator pitch. You have just a few minutes, 2-3 minutes to say exactly what you want for the other person to understand. Ensure that clear communication is done. Ensure your communication is also transparent, because it's transparent communication that will build trust. And lastly, ensure that you are consistent. You're a consistent communicator. Consistent in the sense that you are not saying one thing today and saying another thing tomorrow. It is when you do that that you build trust in other people. It's then you can also ensure there's alignment of purpose. Now, the second point is emotional intelligence. I'm sure that is something that a lot of people talk about and all of us are learning about recently. What does emotional intelligence mean in this case when it comes to collaboration? First, you need to listen actively, not just intently, actively. You need to understand what is motivating other people. Why do they do what they do? Why wouldn't they do some things? What gets them awake in the morning to go to work or do certain research? You also need to ensure that you are able to manage conflict. Conflict will always come up. You can't avoid it. But the fact is, how do you respond when conflict comes up? If you react in a way that blocks your opportunities for collaboration, then it's who's lost is the person. So it's important, therefore, that you are able to manage conflict when it comes up. And more importantly, and lastly, emotional intelligence requires that you are able to show empathy, understand what people are going through, and be willing to support them, to assist them in any way you can. Put yourself in their shoes. Make it look as if you're the one passing through what they're passing through. That is what will help you to be able to apply emotional intelligence to build collaboration and partnership. One thing we need to to have in mind is the fact that people are willing to collaborate deeply with people who they feel they understand. So if people feel they don't understand you, it may be difficult for them to want to collaborate with you, because it's only through such understanding that you can actually do a lot together. And the third point is contribution mindset. Contribution mindset means you should be thinking about giving and not just taking. So you need to ask the question, how can I make this person work easier? If it's your colleague, if it's your boss, or even somebody below you, ask yourself, how can I make his work easier? So thinking about how you can make someone's work easier will help you to know what you can contribute to that person, how you can positively influence that person. And when you consistently add value, people will want to partner with you because people are always after value. If people see you and they know they cannot get any value from you, they would not want to associate with you. So be clear about the value you bring and bring that value and be consistent about it. That is what will help people or you to be able to partner with people. And the last point here is trustworthiness. You cannot collaborate or partner or network with people if you are not trustworthy. So be sure that you strengthen your ability to be trusted. It is when people can trust you that they will be willing to associate with you. And what comes with trust? Number one, reliability. Can people rely on you when they give you a task to do, for example? Can they be clear in their minds that, no, as I've given him this task, I can just go to sleep. I know he will do it. So reliability is important to build trust. The second thing is integrity. Do people trust that whatever you say?
Oh no. Oh no. I think it's network today. Sorry about that, guys. Let me follow with him. Is it there? Nice. This network is
Sorry
yeah.
about this. I don't really know what to do anymore.
Yeah, we're almost there. Thank you so much.
Yes, we're almost there for sure. Can you see my screen now?
It's coming, it's coming. Yeah, we can see it now. Thank you so much.
Okay. My apologies. I just hope that will be the last.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just rush through it then, to save time. So I've just talked about trustworthiness and the fact that it's only when you are trustworthy that people can really build relationship with you. Otherwise, it will be pretty difficult for them to be willing, to build relationship with you. And that partnerships grow when people can depend on you. If they cannot, then it becomes very challenging for them to move with you. Okay, now let's talk about the next thing, which is what are for the career benefits of partnership and collaboration? Well, the first thing is it helps you to grow faster. Sessions, you learn through shared mistakes with your colleagues, you learn through collective problem solving, you also learn through exposure to new ideas. So growing faster, learning from your superior, from your peers, and even from those who are under you, through mentorship conversation, mistakes you make, which you and your colleagues, for example, make, and you learn together, and so on, collectively solving problems together, and also the new ideas that the person you're partnering with brings, are some of the things that help to gain visibility. Now, maybe let me even go back to this growing faster. Just think about it. For some of us who are here, who are in academic, for example, imagine what it takes you to be publishing alone. If you're publishing alone, imagine maybe in a year you can do 3-4 papers. But then think about if you are partnering and collaborating with others. So if you can do 4 papers and you're partnering with 2 or 3 other colleagues, they also can also do 4 papers. Now 4 times 3, that's already 12, right? So instead of 4 papers, in 1 year, you can do 12, for example. You can do 16 or you can do 20. And given the nature of those people to their perspectives and maybe the network they also have, it may also be easier for you to publish in more impactful journals. So that is one very important opportunity you see. Then the next point is about gaining visibility. Imagine you also using academic as an example. You have someone like Professor Sabo here who's already made name in the area of economics globally, and you publish with him. Imagine what visibility that will give you, because he already has followership, people who are following his work. And since you are a co-author in a journal that he has, people also automatically they have exposure, they begin to also see what you have done. So that visibility that comes through collaboration and partnership, you cannot gainsay it. And the third point is that it helps you to be innovative. Again, like we said earlier, there are lots of people's skills that other people have that you may not have, that you can get to learn from. It helps you to be able to generate better ideas when you work with other people. It also helps you to be able to improve solutions to some issues when you work with others. Now, the fourth point is the increase in your promotion readiness. Similar to the example I gave about journal publication, there are some people, if you required, for example, maybe 5 journal articles, impactful ones in impactful journals, to get to the next level. If you are doing it alone and you're just focusing on you alone, you are writing and it's taking you long to finalize, to conclude, or even to get your papers accepted in journal articles. Working with others promotes the opportunity to have more number of publications and gets you ready for the next promotion. Working with others, people who work across boundaries, you work across influence of others, and also building relationships and trust with other people help to accelerate your possibility of growing faster. And the fifth and final point here is the fact that it helps you to create opportunities instead of waiting for the opportunities to come. When you partner with people, it opens doors for you that hard work alone cannot open, because you are leveraging the skills, the network, the know-how of other people to get things done. Now, how then do you build partnerships intentionally? Well, partnerships, like we had said, do not happen by accident. Most of the people you see today who have succeeded, who have got funding for their ideas, who have got funding for their research projects, people who have got recommended for that dream job, it's happened not by accident, they happen by design. So it's important, therefore, that when it comes to building partnerships, you have to be intentional about it. And what do we mean by that? You have to intentionally, deliberately design your partnership. You need to deliberately nurture that partnership, and you need to deliberately maintain it. It's like a flower that you plant. You need to water it for it to grow. If you don't water it, it will die. So networks and relationships are like that. If you are networking with people, you're partnering with people, you need to deliberately hone. You don't call those people only when you need them. You ensure you maintain the relationship as you go ahead. So the starting point, therefore, is you need to emphasize value. Like we have said earlier, offer help before you need help. You need to think deliberately about, what help can I give to this person? You want to be willing to share knowledge. Are you the type who hoards information? Are you willing to share the information you have with people? When people are working on projects, are you willing to partner to support them, to bring whatever knowledge and know-how you have on the board? Are you willing to give credit generously to other people? When people have done things well, do you congratulate them? Do you appreciate them? And lastly on that, which is the issue of value, is that it is only people who are willing to uplift others that people are happy and willing to collaborate with. So it is only you that people will trust because they can see the effort you're making to uplift others. That will make them to be willing to also collaborate with you. The second point is about asking questions, and not just questions, meaningful questions. And of course, we know what makes people ask questions is curiosity. So what that means is you need to show curiosity. And when you show curiosity, it shows that you are creating connection. You want to know more. You are hungry as well for knowledge, for information. So there's some questions, therefore, that we may need to ask ourselves here. Number one is, what are you working on right now? Ask your colleagues, whether it's your mentor, whether it's your boss, whether it's your peer or somebody under you. In chit-chatting with them, ask them, what are you working on right now? You can also ask them, how can I support your goals? What are your goals? How can I support you? You can also ask them, what challenges are they facing and how can you be of help to them? So these are the questions that can deepen relationships. It helps people to see that you have personal interest in them and that you want to really help them. Now, the third point is the importance of following up consistently. As you know, like I said earlier, partnership, collaboration, relationship, network is like a flower in the garden. If you don't water it, what happens to it? It will die. So if there is silence between you and someone you are collaborating with for a long time, the relationship will just die. So it's important, therefore, that you follow up consistently. It is when you follow up that you demonstrate commitment that you have to that relationship. And it is when you show that commitment that you have that trust from the other party. And the fourth point is the importance of celebrating others. It is important to celebrate, like we said earlier, people only remember those who acknowledge their effort. People only remember those who highlight their strength, not the ones that is pushing them down. People also remember those who celebrate them and celebrate their successes. So it's important, therefore, that we deliberately, intentionally celebrate others when they succeed and we are not envious of them, as it were. And the fifth point here is the importance of connecting across levels. Like I said earlier, when you build a relationship, you don't just focus on those who perhaps are ahead of you, your bosses, people who are higher than you, that you believe you can learn from. Think also about your peers. Think about people who are junior to you. Think about your internal teams who are in other units, not necessarily in your own. Think about external partners. When you go to workshops, you go to attend conferences, be deliberate, be intentional in building relationships. And remember, a strong network is a safety net. It's a career safety net for you. Because I give you an example. When recently, USAID laid off millions of staff. There were some of them who they never stayed unemployed for one day. As soon as that was happening, other people were saying, oh, come. They were willing to give them offers. What did they get that from? From their network. So that is the social safety net that people get. So your career safety net is actually dependent on your strong network. And the sixth and final point here is the importance of ensuring that you are easy to collaborate with. You need to make yourself approachable. You need to ensure that you meet deadlines. You can be trusted. You are prepared at all times. You communicate clearly, and people can hear you loud and clear. You listen actively to people, and you are respectful of people. If you breach any of these, people will not be willing to listen. So when you are easy to work with, remember, people will invite you to bigger opportunities. But when people see that at this level of work, it's difficult for you to work with, when bigger opportunities come, they will not think about you. They will not remember you. So it's important, therefore, to etch ourselves in the minds of people by ensuring that at this level, we make ourselves easy to collaborate with. I think we're getting to the end gradually, Prof. Or if you want me to stop here, let me know. But I just thought I need to.
We can jump. I think this is important, so we can jump to Q&A. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We can jump to Q&A now.
No, maybe it takes a few minutes to tidy up, but this one is very important. This is a common mistake.
Okay.
So I can now jump into Q&A after that.
Okay. Okay. So here, I just felt it's important to highlight some what I call 5 big mistakes that people make when it comes to collaboration and partnership. The first one is people trying to do everything alone. You want promotion, you're an academic, you are writing all the papers alone, trying to publish them alone. I know I was an academic myself at some point, people hiding, you don't want others to know the paper you are working on now, you don't want people to know the journals to which you have sent your papers. It is not necessary. You know, it's important to work together, work with people. Don't be isolated, because we live at a time where there's no isolation. The second mistake is about taking without giving. Again, relationship is all about reciprocity. You give, you take, and there's more happiness actually in giving than there is in taking or receiving. So it's important, therefore, to be thinking about what can I give instead of just taking all the time without giving. And the mistake number 3 is that people think only networking when they need something from you. Building relationships is important before the storm comes. If you are building relationship when the storm is already there, the storm might consume the person. Like I was talking about networking as a career safety net. So don't wait until you need people before you go out to look for them. Build that relationship before that time. And the mistake number 4 is the fact that people also tend to say they're avoiding difficult conversations. There's nothing like difficult conversations. Ensure your conversation is healthy. That is what is required. And be willing to receive honest feedback. Be willing to also receive respectful feedback. If there is a conflict, be willing to resolve it. There's nothing difficult about that. But just be sure that your conversation is healthy and you're doing your very best to ensure that you respect people. And when there's a conflict, you make deliberate move to resolve it. And finally, is the important, people think, no, the power of diversity, they tend to underestimate it. That's also not correct, because collaboration thrives on diverse thoughts, diverse backgrounds, and diverse perspectives. Okay, so I think with that, we're closing. So again, since you say we could stop here, is just to mention quickly that we need to seek allies. That is absolutely necessary. We also said we need to give value. You need to share what you have in terms of knowledge or know-how. That is what will help others. You also want to go out to be supportive of people. Don't think, oh, I'm down below, he's up there, what can I give him? Don't worry. People up there also need a lot of things. It could just be your time, your attention, your compliment. That's all they need. So let's also remember that, as we have said in conclusion, if you want to go fast, like they say, go alone. But if you want to go far, you need to go together. So thank you once again for this very interesting opportunity to have this chat with you. So I look forward to the Q&A.
Wow, wow, wow. Let's keep clapping digitally, physically, and otherwise. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I learned a lot. Yeah, the time, we don't have much, but there are some few questions that we can quickly. If you have a question that's burning your heart, please, you can raise your hand. We'll acknowledge you. Otherwise, you can also use the chat, the comment section, both here on Zoom. And those of us on YouTube, we're not left behind. Also write your question. It will be that team member, let's watch out for them. There's one, some of them will be answering there. There's one that was there. One hand is raised. Okay. Caller, hold on 1 minute. Let me just see another hand. there's one question that was thrown in the comment section. Yes, from a Canon Uche. I'll read it outside. So is there anyone or any area of interest that you cannot collaborate with someone? For example, can a historian collaborate with a structural engineer or medical health personnel? Can you collaborate with someone that have not offer or someone that cannot bring any value? That's one question from Uche Cannon. While you try to answer that caller, your hand is raised. Okay, your hand is raised. Go ahead and ask your question, sir, caller. So yeah, you can take the question together.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate the presenter. It's really an enriching time. This question goes to our the resource person. So I want to know if there is a rule of thumb that guides the total number of author that should collaborate in a particular publication. Because when it comes to promotion in our institutions these days, they used to fault if the number is mostly more than 3, that is not acceptable. But in this international publication, we discover that most of them collaborate, and we have series of them on that paper, and different from our own ideology here. So I want you to throw more light there, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I want to take the 2 questions together from Eric, from Uche, and from Kola. Otherwise, I can. Hello, sir.
No, yes, I can hear you, my dear brother, Prof. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, sir. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. For the second one from Mr. Kintade, I think you are best positioned to do. I left academics more than 20 years ago, yes. So I won't pretend that I know what the current. Yes, so please take that. Now,
yes, sir.
Now the one of Uche Kanu, whether there is any area one cannot collaborate, I would say no. Today, people do a lot of things. There's a psychological perspective to economic thinking, and more or less, just remember that everything else depends on everything else. Some of us do computable general equilibrium, and one of the things we learn from that is everything depends on everything else. What makes an economy, for example? It's a totality of all the activities that's going on. In fact, somebody had queried somewhere, there was one international engagement I was in, and the query was that we are underestimating our economies because the illegal sector is not being captured. And that billions, in fact, think about the drug sector, for example. You know how much billions is, circulating in that area? Some other illegal activities that people are doing. So the point we are making in effect is that there's always a positive spin to every other thing. Okay? So I don't thinking that somebody cannot collaborate, there's a particular area. If you think more deeply and you look more closely, you will know that there's certain things that you can always learn from somebody. Even somebody, like I said, even a baby, if you just sit in and you are watching 2 dogs, for example, playing or fighting, there are lessons you can learn from that or every other thing. So then the point you made, the second part, which is somebody who is not willing to collaborate. Of course, like we have said, that willingness has to be there first. So that is absolutely important. My people say it is a child that stretches its hand that somebody will carry. If there's a baby and that doesn't stretch hand and you are stretching hand to carry and the baby is withdrawing its hand, what would you do? There's a limit to what you can do. So the point I'm making in effect is you do your part, you make the effort. If the person is not willing to collaborate, you look for the next person. Don't waste your time on those who are not willing to collaborate with you. Otherwise, you will be wasting your energy. You'll be burning your energy. Focus your energy on positivity, people that can make value. But If you are busy trying to help somebody, trying to get him to collaborate when he's not willing, it's like beating a dead horse, like they always say. So over to you for the second question, Prof.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I can, Kola. I think that question I see it at times. So there are two ways to read it. One is that while you are in that university part-time, look at what is the criteria about, understand it, and then play along with it. Then two, also look beyond university. Afterwards, we are not actually writing for the university, we are actually writing for the scientific community. Okay, so if your university says they want maximum of 3 authors for you to count, of course, you publish some of them to suit university's policy for promotion. So you need to, then you now publish as much as possible with others as a university. So when the time for promotion comes, you package the paper that will meet the criteria for universities, and then you move on with it. We assess a number of professors from Africa and beyond, from Malaysia, from South Africa. So each of them have their own criteria. I cannot use our own criteria to assess. It's what they give me to assess. In some universities, if there are 3 authors, the mark is 6 marks, you share among 3 authors. In some university, it counts, if it's 5 marks, the 5 marks goes to all of them. So what you need to do is understand what happens in university, play along with them as long as you are there, so you don't get angry at the system. But don't keep your focus there. So for forever. While you publish to meet the requirements, also ensure that you publish for the global community. By so doing, if you leave there tomorrow, you are better off. While you are still there, you are still better off. In that case, it becomes win-win for you. And by somebody has said when we're growing up, if they want 5 publications per level, give them 10. It will become difficult to deny you. So that's what I can advise them. So publish for them to meet the requirements, but broaden your horizon. I think that is that. There are a few more others have issue of collaboration. I think we can put to work what I've learned today. I think is another one about that. But we can take 1 more 2 questions before we go to other segments where we loaded it. Another question. Others are open to collaboration. Yes, thanks so much for the those willing to collaborate. I think these are main questions that require attention. Let's check with the other questions on the team members on YouTube. Let's reply them. I think that's for Uche. Others more like comment. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your area of collaboration. So let's see how we can connect. And then, yeah, there's one again. Yeah, I think Dr. has answered this one. Lawrence Abiola, you say, what happens when someone you intend to collaborate with you is quiet? Doctor, what do you do that? Maybe I can take from Lawrence Abiola. Someone I want to collaborate is quiet. Okay. Oh, I think I can put it.
If it's quiet, if it's quiet, to leave him. You leave him. You go to somebody who is able to talk to you. It's simple.
Simple as that.
Don't waste your energy. That's just the point.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Like
Don't waste
marriage
your energy.
proposal. It's like marriage proposal. You approach a lady, say, can we be friends? And then say, I don't want. You okay yourself. You carry your car and move forward. Okay. So please, like he has said, don't waste your energy, don't waste your strength. Collaborate on mutuality, and just like we've been admonished, all of those points, let's put to work. Okay, if there's no other question, I think others are commenting. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. If there's another question, any other person, we have 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes for that. That Q&A. So come to the next item. Yes, any other comments, question? You can raise your hand or you can put it in the comments. We have 3 more minutes on that Q&A. Otherwise, I can put up the agenda again. Let's see where we are, and then we go from there. Okay. Yeah, thanks so much. Once again, let's keep clapping our hands for our wonderful visitor for today. Thanks so much. It's a big man, and it's not easy to get a big man like this. And thanks so much. We appreciate you. He's doing all this for free of charge because he loves Africa. He loves to contribute to the younger generation. So, Dr. we appreciate you sincerely. Yeah, this is our program for today. Yeah, we're taking attempts 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the next couple of minutes, we'll go to exponential attempt 5. While we are doing that, I just take 2 minutes to mention. Yeah, those of us that are talking about the collaboration, let me just provide to explain to us the platform we have, which we like to remind us of as of today, that is still open. Yes, the ASMN Premium membership provide that platform. What about this after the general one today, which is we have moved, many of us are already subscribing. So you can check out our website. Once you just go to DIaDeRC, go to ASMN, join the network. Once you click on join the network, you see the benefits. And then once you subscribe, have this badge. And we think that we're already planning for onboarding on the 7th of December. So we think that those who subscribe, we'll put them into different groups, I think about 5 thematic groups based on area of interest. So that will provide an opportunity for closer collaboration. Not only that, our direct members are also there to also oversee what is happening there. So that also provides a very veritable and wonderful platform for collaboration. So I want to remind us as much as we can. After today, we'll leave it open. Yeah, regarding certificates, as I've said from the beginning, there are 3 main criteria, 2 actually. One is the complete the exercises. Here we have 3 of them. After episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and then subscribing to a single membership. So after toward the end of it on, those who meet up the requirement as at yesterday, their certificate will be called out, and we'll still keep it open, both the exercises and the premium membership till end of 28th actually in November. So those that can subscribe, we will provide them on our website to also give them more visibility, to write on our visibility. And by 7th of December, we'll have a meeting, which is called an onboarding meeting, to tell you how we can collaborate and what opportunities abound for you on DIaDeRC platform. Okay, so that is so if you really go to our website, under events, you see a lot of activities lined up, onboarding to on the 7th of I think we close with an onboarding of 7th of December. And yeah, thanks so much. This is the progress I've made on the exercises as at today, this afternoon. 122 I've done exercise 1, which is quite encouraging. Exercise 2, 108 done it. Exercise 3, 71. We'll still leave it open till 28th of November, and then we'll close it. And so those who can meet up and subscribe will be the certificate will be issued and to be sent to your emails, and then you'll be part of those that will be onboarded by 7th of December. Okay, our journal is still ongoing, and we're already getting set to launch the first issue by December. And it's still open, so DIaDeRC.org/journal. For now, it's 100% free, both submission fee and also provision fee. So to encourage those of us in the Global South to make our voice known. And like we know, it's a journal that's growing. We have over 40 submissions so far. And we have somebody like James Robinson, Global Laureate 2024, as part of our editorial board, and many others, which also show that it has so much prospect for the journal. And also our spoke platform is there, where we provide some key points or things that make for progress as a researcher and as a career professional. Then another activity that's coming in December is the ASMN community converge, like bringing together all ASMN community members, and they also do book launch. I also hope to use this day to launch the journal published. So let's make the date 21st of December. And the next one again, activities were remind us is this 2.0 of cards, called a course on applied data science. We did the first one this year. It was between August and October. It was quite eye-opening. So you want to leverage on the science, data science. We have open for submission now, subscription till and there's a early bird for those that can register by December of this year. It is planned to hold between 15th February to 5th of April next year, but the open is open. When you go to our website under events, you see it there. Check it out and like this. Okay, on that note, we're going to now the next item. Once again, let's clap again for guest. Class, I guest minister, but it's like what he did was like a ministry to us. All right, so we're now going to experience sharing and testimonials. There are those who are online. I want to share directly. I think I will call them one by one. And let me just make sure that the selection was based on those who responded to the questions we provided. Okay, tell me if you are here, please. You can jump on, and I will call others. Others will get set. I will help you calling one-on-one, and you make it to the point. Basically, it's encouragement to others and what you've learned so far that you want to take away and how you want to leverage on this experience learned so far. Tell me if you are there, please. You can jump on. Can I tell me she there? Yeah, you're there. Please, you're muted.
Hello.
No, not you. Tell me you're there. Okay, I can call on that person that's ready. Any other person is ready can. Tell me, are you there? Okay, let me jump to.
Prof, did you say Kemi or Temi?
Tell me. Not. Yeah, the other person that's maybe she's. Not Kemi. Tell me. Talk gradually. I think she has it very. Let me see so I can unmute her. She's muted. Otherwise, I can go to any other. Annette is there. Over to you. We'll get of Annette, Florence, Kiyemi, Kayode, Diane from Cameroon, Chinwe Madukwe, and Fred Wafuna from Uganda. Any of you that's ready, please jump on.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, please. Okay, yeah, Diane. Okay, great. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much for this program. Yeah, my name is Jan Christelle Ngepechawa from Cameroon. I hold a PhD in economics, and I'm currently working as a freelance data scientist and also as a lecturer at the University of Chang in Cameroon. So joining the 6th edition of the African Scholars Mentorship Network anchored by DIaDeRC has been one of the best decisions I have made at this stage of my career. It has truly been a transformative experience. Yes, after completing my PhD in economics in 2017, I chose, due to personal circumstances, to work as a data scientist. But this year, I decided to return to a research-oriented career. But the transition was far from easy. So through this program, we were surrounded by inspiring mentors who generously shared not only their expertise, but also their experiences, challenges, and encouragement. All the sessions were very insightful. So very, very much. Thank you very much. The workshop and hand-on assignment helped me gain, clarity, confidence, and new skill that I can now apply to my personal and professional project. And also, after only 1 week in the premium membership, I'm already seeing many new opportunities. Thank you, Prof. Evans, for those opportunities that you share every day in the group. And so I'm deeply grateful for this experience, and I highly recommend the African Scholars Mentorship Networks to anyone seeking to grow, lead, and make meaningful impact. So thank you very much. And thank you very much, Dr. Eric. Yes, it was quite interesting. Thank you very much to all the team. Thank you.
Okay, merci beaucoup, mon ami. Merci beaucoup. You're welcome. Okay, thanks so much. All right, let's look at what other person is ready. Florence, Kiyemi, Akari, Annette, Okot, Chinwe, Madukwe, Fred, whoever is ready to jump on, let me know. And if you can show your face, that'll be great. Who is going to get this? Fred, Kayode, Akiyemi. Yes. Are you talking about? We can't hear you. Maybe I have to mute. Okay, yes. You can make it louder, and if you can show your face for some minutes, that would be great. I think you are talking about your network is okay. Annette, you said whoever is like okay. Annette, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, good morning, everyone. My name is Annette Okoth. I'm speaking to you from Kenya. I'm an applied statistician. I teach at a university in the western part of Kenya. I wish to say about this program that I didn't even know I had signed up for it until I received an email inviting me to join the program. And I don't regret having joined this program because the benefits are amazing. Right from the time we began, I've been here for all the sessions, the 10 commandments of grandmanship, the use of AI without making it a master over your scholarly writing, getting your work published in credible journals, and today's I think most awesome session of all the sessions we have attended by Dr. Eric. It's been amazing, and I'm grateful that I had this opportunity to be here. I do research. I teach at the university, and at the same time, I get involved in research. I'm passionate about health-related research, climate change, gender, and STEM. And so I'm open to collaboration because with my statistics, I think I would fit in any of the areas. And I'm really keen on getting opportunities to collaborate so that I can be able to grow. I'm an early career researcher, and so I have benefited quite a lot from this. Now, looking forward to joining the ASMN as a premium member for me is a plus, and I hope that that is coming my way. So thank you so much, Professor Evans, for putting all this together with your team. I'm super grateful that I'm here, and I think I want to remain here and even bring more Kenyans on board. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Asante Sana, Madam Annette. Thanks so much. Yeah, well, our East Africa coordinator, Dr. Nima Kumbulu, based in Tanzania. I will link her to you. Okay, let's take a few more and then we move on. Fred Wafana, if you're ready, Chinwe Madekwe, or Florence Mabo, or yeah, can you hear me? Is your network better now?
Hello, Prof. Good evening. Good evening.
Oh, yes, who's talking? There's a
Chinwe Madeke, Dr. Chinwe Madeke.
yes. If it's possible to show your face, that would be super appreciated. So no, it's not AI.
I don't have light here. NEPA just no Nigeria now. NEPA has just taken light here.
Okay, no worry, but I can see your face with okay, sorry about that.
Yes.
NEPA. Okay, sorry.
Honestly, I'm very, very delighted, honestly, to be in this ASMN 6.0 mentorship network. I have a lot of testimonies. Honestly, Prof, knowing you and meeting you is a very big testimony to me. Honestly, I've gained a lot. Initially, I don't know how to use AI in writing research, but in this membership network, this ASMN 6.0, I've learned a lot, know how to map and map my literature and even grant writing. I've learned a lot of things that I learned basic publications questions, what to publish, when to publish, how and why to publish. I really benefited enough in this mentorship network. I am Dr. Chinwe Madeke from Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka. I'm open to collaboration. My area is development economics and environmental economics. Prof, I thank you very, very much. I can't wait to join this ASMN membership network, the premium. I can't wait. And I pray by God's special grace, I'm here and I'm here. I will not leave again. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Chinwe Madikwe. Okay, I don't know that Emmanuel is in the house, Emmanuel Vincent, or Fred Wafana, or Florence and Akiemi, so can move. Yes.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
661. I don't know who is that. Please, your name is not showing.
Good evening, sir.
Okay,
Kayode,
where is
this
that?
is Kayode Akemi.
Okay.
From Nigeria.
If you're able to show your face, that would be great. Otherwise, we can manage. Is it possible to show your face? Otherwise, you can go ahead, sir. Okay, it's better now. Yeah. Unmute yourself now. Now, you're muted, sir. You're muted. Kayode. You are muted. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So, I'm Akemi Kayode from Nigeria. I work with Precious Cornerstone University. I'm on my PhD. I've been your follower since maybe like 5 or 6 years ago on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Though I just I've been doing businesses all this while. I just joined academics fully maybe like 2 years ago. I really appreciate your efforts putting this training together. So thank you very much. I gained a lot talking about starting from the day one of the training, the episode 1, talking about the introduction and embarking on the craftsmanship journey. Then we talk about leveraging AI, so using AI, ChatGPT, and the rest for to write paper. And at the same time, we talk about publication and publishing in reputation journals. In fact, I really learned a lot about that. And due to that, I can now understand a lot about writing quality papers. Because there was a time I submitted a paper to a journal. Within 2 days, they just sent a link that I should pay into that link that my paper has been accepted. I said, is that how it works? Although I paid, eventually my paper was published. But now I can understand the fact that all those awards, they are predatory journals. Now, with this training and with your help that I will surely enjoy, from now on, I know that I will be able to publish in a reputable journal, in ABC journal, and like that. So thank you so much, Professor Evans. And thanks to our facilitator so far, Dr. Eric. I really appreciate you for your effort today. I really got to know much about collaboration. Though I've been collaborating anyway, at least I've written like 6 papers, collaborating with people, with scholars. So with your teaching today, I understand more about collaboration. And thanks to Dr. Romenos, who took us last week. In fact, I really appreciate him too. So we really appreciate you on a general note. Thanks to Professor Evans once again for your efforts. I'm looking forward to publishing a lot of papers with you in the reputable journals. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay,
God
thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's not only me, we have many of us working together. Thanks so much, Dr. Kayode Akemi. Your new PhD will soon come with dedication. Okay, and while we make progress, Dr. Emmanuel, yes, your name has come out now. Please, you can take it over now while we. So let's welcome one of our experienced participants here, Emmanuel. for quick experience sharing. So he's going to tell us his own experience from not just it's a renowned African scholar navigating Africa and Europe. Yeah, yeah, but we can make it keep quick. That'd be great if we have a lot of people talk. Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Sorry, I think it's evening everywhere, but those in the far east, good night or good morning, and those in the far west, good morning, but largely, let's see, a large African population, good evening. When Prof told me that I would give an experiential talk, I wasn't really sure how to proceed. And since I earn salary by talking, so when I hear 5-10 minutes talk, I write a long list of talk. But I try my best in the interest of time, and more so, Nigerian is playing match in about 30 minutes, and I wouldn't want to miss that. So I'll try my best to just talk for less than 5 minutes. What I want to do is, first of all, to appreciate this team. I'm not so sure how I came about this. I think I came about it from African Research Excellence Fund Network. And then I quickly shared with some of my mentees who are also been following this section closely, and I'm happy they took it serious. And what I actually did personally was just to join and just to encourage them to join. But I think that it was a very good thing that I did joining in, because I see I'm also benefiting a lot from it, and it's quite a rich experience to network with Africa. And I want to thank Professor Evans and his team for putting this together, this network forum together, and for the DIaDeRC team for what you're doing. I have quite a lot on my hands at this moment, so but I know very soon when I push off a lot of my hands, I'll be able to actively participate and see 1 or 2 ways I can also contribute in the networking to mentor more African upcoming researchers. What I had actually put together was a brief talk of my experience from a collaboration perspective, but I think Dr. Eric has done such a great work, speaking so much about the details of collaboration, and I could not agree more to his presentation. So I will not belabor his talk with what I want to say, but I thought that from my own experience in collaboration, if I should share 1 or 2 things that I have experienced or benefited from collaboration, probably 1 or 2 colleagues will find value in it and be able to benefit from it, that Dr. Eric's presentation is not just a literature or an academic workbook, but actually really is a doable thing. I have titled my brief talk, hopefully it's brief, from clinic to global collaboration, lessons from an African research journey. And I've already thanked, I had an opening of thanking, but my name is Emmanuel, Dr. Emmanuel Okenwa, and I'm an optometrist. Precisely, I like to call myself public health optometrist with bias in pediatric and low vision rehabilitation. I'm also a global bioethicist and a university professor, where I work in Kaimosi French University and double there as a senior lecturer and double there as dean of the School of Health Science. Actually, I'm the founding dean. I've also worked closely with a lot of organizations, both in South Africa and around East Africa, in developing programs for optometry. Being optometry, as much as it's well founded in the Western Africa, is new in the Eastern Africa. I've worked with eye clinics and public health teams, especially with my affiliation with the Brian Holding Vision Institute in Australia and South Africa. Currently, I'm a research fellow of African Research Excellence Fund, and I'm stationed in the UK at the Center for Public Health, Queen's University, Belfast at Northern Ireland, where I'm collaborating with a team here in developing eye health and quality of life and behavioral impacts and outcomes in children. In terms of collaboration, I'll try to cut this down, but based on my personal experience, I put collaboration in two. I have wanted to talk about it in three spheres. First, from my personal journey, and three key lessons I learned in my journey, and basically a few practical advice. But in terms of my personal journey, to start with, I didn't really start my career as an excellent researcher, but or thought that I would be, actually, I never thought of being a university professor or even a global researcher. I started as a clinician in my journey, where in Nigeria, basically precisely in the city of Benin City, where I grew up and attended my school in University of Benin, and left Nigeria after, my undergraduate and postgraduate. I had 2 masters there, and then was also a lecturer at Kaimosi Friends University. At Madonna University before I left Nigeria some 15 years ago. My early career work is basically around clinical work, focusing on children coming to the clinic and managing them with what we call uncorrected refractive errors. Basically, simply means those eye problems that requires you to wear glasses. My interests were basically in myopia, what you may call short-sightedness. I'll leave that. At that time, I was just simply trying to give the best clinical care that I can. But in the process of doing that, and also participating in a lot of community eye health program, a lot of questions came to my mind. Why are so many children presenting late? Why do we see myopic children when they are almost losing their sight? What are the behavioral and psychosocial effects of losing vision in children? And how does this refractive error, as you may call it, affect their quality of life, their learning, their academic performances? Well, I didn't know at that time I was actually defining research as it may be. And the story went on that with engaging and collaborating with people in the field, my senior colleague, I started forming systematically this research question that brought me to the journey where I find myself today. Yeah, but basically, what am I trying to say here? I basically said yes. I remember my professor once asked me, do you want money or do you want skills? I told him, I think I want skills. And he sent me to then ABAC in Akwa Ibom, where I was barely paid a quarter of what my colleagues were earning as at that time in the early 2000s. But then I got the skills that today they cannot even get. So I said yes to uncomfortable situation, but these uncomfortable situations were not situations that were per se maybe, but were just things that disguised themselves as extra work, but were real opportunities, such as opportunity to teach in an informal and formal setting, opportunities to participate in community endeavors, opportunities to even participate in university tax or committees that you don't get rewards for, chances to write and contribute to proposal writing, and even to participate in manuscript writing and review. All these were work that never get reward. But this yeses today got me the opportunity to develop curricula. Today I've developed quite significant number of optometry curricula around African spheres. And I think I can consider myself to have been an accomplished optometrist by my rights in my own field. Opportunity to supervise students and mentor young persons, opportunity to develop clinics and practices, and opportunity to gain collaborations in grant writing and research publication.
Wow, thanks so much for that. I know it's loaded.
I just want to say the lessons from this, just to wrap up, is when you collaborate, as has already been said, when you collaborate, you basically create, and Eric has said it, you create opportunity to grow yourself, you make a name for yourself, and you get an opportunity to even grow in academics and so on and so forth. But much of what I have to say here have already been said by Eric, and I wouldn't want to belabor it, but I want to thank the organizers of this forum for what they are doing, and then I hope many will be able to learn from this in your article writing, in your grants winning, in your scholarship and fellowship winning. And the world needs you, and the world is waiting for you. You cannot deny the world that opportunity to shine. Thank you very much for that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. The world needs you, Africa needs you, and we cannot deny them. And the one that want to learn is that as you collaborate, don't get, like Eric has said it eloquently, don't wait to collect, wait to give. At the end of the day, as you keep giving, it's a law of life. You will harvest the fruit of your labor. Okay, we are still going on that. Before we call on our media team, we have a few that came through. I want to share quickly that came through. Yes, document. Yes. So yes, there's can you see my screen briefly? I'm not here yet. This is not certificate. We go to nice. We'll soon get there. We go to testimonials. There are some. Yes. Fred from Uganda. Maybe as a subsidy, I will take the last, and then I will go to the ones that are written. I will just run through that quickly. Fred, your hand is serious. So 1 minute, please. Go ahead. I know you've been very active. Go on, if you can on your video, that'd be great. Fred.
Oh, thank you so much, Prof. I'm really so much thrilled to have been invited to at least share my experience in the
Can you on your video, hold your face, please? Yes, you know it's not.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prof. I'm so much thrilled to have been also invited to partake of this wonderful kind of event. I'm a student of psychology, educational psychology of STEM University, Uganda. The most important thing that I've learned out of this program of ASMN is that all the facilitators have really so much done great job, and I've been incredibly enlightened on so many things like collaboration, the use of AI in research, and then craftsmanship. It has really been so insightful. I'm so much grateful to Professor Evans for the wonderful follow-up you have always done, and you have always been available on so many occasions whenever we get stuck in so many things. I really want to thank all the facilitators like Dr. Romanos, Dr. Diana, Dr. Eric. Whatever they have really given us has made a change in my life, and I believe in the academic space, I've gained really a lot, and I feel so much blessed and highly equipped now with practical skills that I intend to use in my academic journey, and I'm so much really thrilled to have shared with wonderful, wonderful men and women of great understanding globally. And I'm really passionate about mental health, educational research, and collaboration. I'm willing to get anybody willing to support me in developing my career. Thank you so much. May God bless each and every facilitator above all, Professor Evans, big thanks to you. May God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Yes. We'll just run through now the one that I was shared. Great. I mean, as you have said, I know some of them we just run through it for time's sake. Let me see. We cannot run through all of them. Number of them is shared. I know somehow I see being raised. Sorry. We'll just run through all of them. I mean, as you said, let's run quickly.
Yeah.
So that
Yes,
those of
Prof.
the media can minimum hands are still raised. Okay, let's run through here. Then we'll now quickly let's run through. Then we'll now go to media. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you, Prof. And the section has been very, very insightful. And these are some of the testimonials we have received from Olabode Olabisi. Is saying that I got to know that the elementary aspects of grantsmanship are interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary from Ondo State. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Fred said, wow, episode 1 of ASME 6.0 was truly enlightening. The most useful lesson I learned was the importance of grantmanship in securing funding for research and projects. Understanding that grantmanship is not just about writing a proposal, but about telling a compelling story that aligns with the funder's goals and priorities was a game changer for me. From Uganda.
Okay.
Okay, Oluseun Pasheda from the University of Ibadan said that one of the most valuable lessons I took away from episode 1 was the importance of aligning academic research with real-world policy relevance. It changed me to rethink how I frame my research questions and to ensure that my findings speak directly to the developmental needs of African economy. This perspective is not only intellectually enriching, but also deeply impactful.
Okay.
Okay, Princess Oluchi of the Nigerian Defense Academy says that in episode 1, I learned about having the right mentor from your field gives you the right knowledge to explore and opens you to better understanding to excel academically. This is always a room for one's personal improvement and in pursuit of knowledge. Learning from the right people and mentors is the key to the top.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, Caroline Hamor from Tanzania says that one of the most important useful lessons learned from episode 1 is the emphasis on foundational mindset needed for successful grantmanship. Grantmanship is embarking on a strategic journey that requires preparation, perseverance, and a clear understanding of alignment between a project's goal and the funder's priorities. The art of grantmanship will not turn medical science into a fundable grant proposal.
Thank you. Okay.
Kehinde Adesina of the Great Obafemi Awolowo University says that I would say the most useful lesson I've learned in this episode is that getting a grant is not a sprint, but rather a marathon. This builds on consistency, dedication, focus, and the ability to prioritize value.
Okay.
Annette Oko from Kenya says AI is not an enabler, but AI is an enabler, but and not the driver. So
Okay, thank you so much. We can be clarifying for them as they call the name. Go ahead, ma.
okay. Phoebe Andrew of the University of Nigeria says, this time I am so delighted to learn that there are more services that AI can provide, being an assistant and not a replacement.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah.
Kehinde Adesunloye of Olabisi Onabanjo University says, Dr. Judith Annie's section shed more light on practical strategies for leveraging AI to enhance proposal quality, structure, and competitiveness. Some experts of AI can streamline the drafting process, assist in aligning proposals with donors' expectations, and strengthen clarity and coherence.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take a few more. I know it's much.
Okay. From Florence, he said the most valuable lessons from ASME 6.0 was understanding that verification is absolutely non-negotiable. when AI tools are used in research. Now, I meticulously verify every AI-generated references by checking the DOIs and consulting original sources before including them in my manuscript. The section emphasizes on maintaining professional accountability while harnessing AI's efficiency has genuinely transformed my workload from potentially risky to reliably responsible. I'm grateful to ASMN 6.0 and DIaDeRC for providing such practical eye-opening guidance that directly strengthens research integrity.
Wow, let's take a few more. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, Danatu Seneat from Nigerian Police Academy says AI is the new word that every institutions or state must adopt in their daily administration.
Wow, thank you so much.
Abdulaziz Umar from Zaria says that episode 2 deepened my understanding of responsible and ethical integration of AI in research. I learned that while AI can enhance efficiency, critical human oversight and originality remains indispensable to maintain research integrity.
Okay, let's take a few more. Go on.
Godfrey from Tanzania says that before joining ASME 6.0, I had no formal training on AI use in research. The lectures by Dr. Judith and Dr. Chinwe set a foundation for leveraging AI responsibly in my research endeavors. You are inspiring and change agents equipped to transform the generation of Africa and beyond through knowledge sharing and consciousness raising. Thank you and keep excelling.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Saburi Atonda from Kwara State says it is impactful and applicable research and development. It is impactful and applicable for research and development. Okay, I've learned that the ways to maximize AI and further learned that I still have to think as a human. I don't have to be lazy. Omotola Jai. Okay, Odero from Kenya says, I do want to admit that the sections have been quite informative and I really appreciate the chance given to participate.
Okay, I think I want to call on media now. I'll just run through it for time. Sorry, there's no point in it again because we have 2 minutes. Let me just run through them. This is another one from Lawal. Just run through it. Don't worry. Another one from Adebokola Arov from Kefik, Nigeria. Another one from Sanusi Benga. Appreciate the passion and positiveness of the team. Thank you. Another one from Olukemi Odoton, Makure Publishing and Security. Another one from Abiola Olanire, Well Informed about Publishing. Another one from Wasiru from Kwara State. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Another one from Kola Akintade. Thank you so much. All the way from UNN Suka. The other one from Miriam Dawood from Lake Chad Research Institute. Publishing, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Another from Marvelous Agbola about creating this platform. Thank you so much for the feedback. Another one from Kafiat Ayonde. Thank you so much. From Yaba. Another one from Burkina Faso. Wow, this allowed me to distinguish between regionals and paginals. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. The another one, yeah, that's the last one we'll take. And I want to sincerely appreciate all my team members for the effort. And I say that there's no way we could get all the comments, like I mentioned, that we just they picked a few of them out of the 122 that responded from the SS1. So let's quickly take announcement now from our media team. Madam Hida, if you're there, please over to you. Let's take announcement for that and share the links of today's post and how our audience can follow us on our social media pages. Yes, let me just get that. Hida, forum, please over to you. But Lizzie, let me just paste it. This is the this today, what they do, they've done a lot of things by, yes. Madam Hida Forum, you have the space. Yeah, please, let me just try what I can. Yes. So I just pasted the link now. These are links to our social media handles. They made a link post on this. So our assignment is quickly click on any of those links. You have 3 jobs to do. You like, comment, and share on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, Twitter, because it's also show you that it's also show you our handles, so you can also follow us when we share updates. So let's get it shared. I also share it on our ASMN. Yes. Okay, YouTube too is already there. Put on one of our YouTube. I'm also post on our YouTube channel. Okay, so let's get that done quickly. Because if you follow us, that's when we get our updates. We share updates every now and then. So that whatever is happening part time, you're able to know where we are part time. Quickly, let's just get out on the next few minutes before we call it a day. Because this is the last time for this episode. We want to be sure that you are following us and getting our updates. Usually, when you go to our website, you go to get what's happening there, just click on news to give you updates and also on events. So these are the 2 links on the website that you should be checking regularly. Okay, let's engage with them quickly. Also on YouTube, just like, comment, and then reshare. Yeah, thanks so much for doing it. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. So let's quickly get that. I also put on our WhatsApp page. Let's get it heated up. Yeah, thanks so much. That was on our WhatsApp group. Let's hit them because we'll be getting our. Yes, Madam Elizabeth, over to you. Any, if you are quick to tell us about media as we close. Okay, so you said we should follow the pages. Yes. So once you are there, ensure if you're not following us yet, please follow or subscribe. Because that's whenever we post anything, you will see it. Either on LinkedIn, we're very active on LinkedIn. We have close to 2,000 followers on LinkedIn. For that, Facebook, we also have them. So if you're not following up us on any of those channels, ensure you do that. Follow us. But for today, this one is on this event today. So just like, comment, post, and share on your network. We have a few minutes to go. And as I work towards the closing remarks, we are closing shortly. Let me go to closing. Where's my over here? So those are made requirements as at Thursday that we asked. Otherwise, like I mentioned earlier, the exercise will be kept open. And those are what the meetup we take a look again, and then those are subscribed by the end of the month. I think somebody asked that we should extend to the month ending. Okay, that we will do. So to the 30th of November. As after that, we'll look at those are meetup, and the certificate will be emailed to you, sent to you by email, and how you can engage with them on our platform. What are the criteria for obtaining certificates? Lawrence Abiola, this has been set up for the first day. Certificates. So just for let me just answer that question. Is if you follow except you are coming for the first time, or I was singing this song right from the first day. There are 2 main criteria. Okay. There are 2 main criteria. There are 2 main criteria. With there already. Is it here? Yes, here. One is completing exercises 1 to 3, and then 2 assume premium membership. We know some people make requests. We leave it open till now. We said before 28, but somebody has asked that we leave it open till the end of the month. So we leave it to the 30th of November. So if you meet all the requirement before that, by then, we'll still be prepared and to be sent to you by email. And then, by so doing, you will be part of this that will be onboarded by 7th of December. I think that's basically, I'm saying this in from the day. And maybe we can go through the other section I've recorded. Okay, so I think with that, for closing remarks, I can say once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. for everyone of, it's not only me, there are many persons that are my team members. I cannot call their names. I want to say thank you so much, every one of them. I mean, that's been very wonderful. Chingwe and for one thing I'm thankful for now is that from 1.0, I was the key presenter, but now we'll see that most of my team members are now part of those presenting. Yeah, Chinwe and Judith are part of my team members. They want to handle the AI, they did a good job. Then on publication, Romanus worked with Solomon, they did a good job. Now, today we have Eric, who's one of our facilitator guests. So all of our team members, those members working on behind the scene as media team, some working with me as ROE, some working with me as admin, because yeah, I can tell you this thing takes a lot of work, a lot of work. There are many things going behind the scene. So I want to appreciate every one of my team members and all our wonderful facilitators. All of them are giving all of this for free, for charge. And that's why we have kept our SME series open for registration for free. So once again, watch out for our events. And then when you go to our website, I can just take you there. When you go to our website, we just go to, there are two areas to watch out to when you go to our website. One is just go to events. Event will give you, take a when you click event, it will show you the event we have per time. So they are listed there. Now this one is ending today. There's another one coming up. Episode 4 today has ended. It's ending now. Then this last quarter onboarding. Then this has been Converge Car 2.0. So when you go to our homepage, event is the one needs to check. And then you can also go to news. News give us other things we're doing. And then much more so, if you go to up here, you see our social media handles. This Facebook handle, this Twitter handle, this Instagram handle, this LinkedIn, these are our 2 YouTube handles, the general YouTube link, and the bespoke one. But if you also go to the end of our website, you see our social media handles. So these are ways to follow us with us. And I know it's been a good day. We want to close now, except somebody has a very burning thing to say. But otherwise, I can say if you can turn your video on, we just take a snapshot and then we are good to go. Thank you so much for your time. It's always very difficult to say, very difficult to say bye-bye, but it has to be said. If you can turn your video, that would be great so that we can take a screenshot and then we are good to go. Thanks so much, everyone. God bless you. Yes, thank you so much, everyone. If you can turn your video, that would be great. Let me say as many video. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, except any place you cannot turn your video, otherwise you'll be glad to take as many as possible. And then we are good to go. It's always difficult to say bye-bye. Okay. Then 2. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. On that note, I want to say thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you, your time. We are here because you are there. If you are not there, see my place, no matter how good, no matter how your soup is, if there's nobody coming to eat your food, it will be something appalling. All right, who is sharing screen? Don't share screen. Who's that? Please stop sharing. Okay. All right, so in the next 1 minute,